Yo, yo. Another episode of War as Usual. Wise Man Mad on the mic. We're gonna go ahead and get it. We're gonna go ahead and get it in. Kanaki, ready? You ready? You want to jump in or what? So I don't know if everybody been paying attention or seeing what's been going on around TikTok, right? But basically, Carnival has changed some of their rules for being on the ship. And mostly, if everybody know, Carnival is kind of considered one of those party cruises. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a cruise where mostly like our demographic of people kind of go there. A lot of young people they go, and they go there to turn up, right? And if you go on TikTok, you can see his videos everywhere. The more infamous videos are the ones where people just fighting, just belligerent, just drunk out of their mind. So the consensus now on TikTok and on social media is that Carnival is somehow being racist towards black people because the rules seem to take away what black people deem as fun. So some of the rules that they instituted, right? And I'm not gonna play all the videos, but I'm not even gonna play any of the videos really. But if you go on TikTok, just search Carnival Cruise. If you search Carnival Cruise, you will see like, and not the ones where everybody dancing and everything is harmonious. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. It's the ones where after the club they all fighting on a cruise ship, people getting left at the port, right? So one of the things they said that they banned hip hop music. So now going forward, Carnival will not be playing hip hop music on the ship. So a lot of people taking issue with that, saying, that's just aimed towards black people, right? I also heard that they're stopping the unlimited drink package because now you got black people on this ship. They fighting, they drunk out of their mind. They got an unlimited package to drink all night. It's like a 7-day cruise where they just drinking and drinking and drinking and fighting, right? So a lot of the consensus is a lot of people saying it's not a race issue, it's a poor etiquette issue. But a lot of the people that are being videotaped, a lot of people that's being put up on social media just happen to be black people, right? On Carnival Cruise. They banned what you call them, the Bluetooth speakers. You can't even have Bluetooth speakers no more because everybody playing they just random music, right? What else they said? That dance boots on the ground. I don't like listen, I didn't know it was called that, but I always hear the one part where they be like, where them fans at? So they had the fans and they be doing the fans to the music. They banned that too. None of that. No more fans. You can still bring the 12-inch fans for your room, but the fans that they use for the dance, they said, nah, we ain't having that. We're not doing that. So they cut all that out. So black people is kind of like, they upset right now. They upset and they like, listen, Carnival is racist because they aiming this towards black people. But again, I'm gonna be honest. Every time I turn on and I see Carnival Cruise, now this just could, and I'm not saying this happens every time. This don't happen every time this ship go out, I'm sure. But a lot of the times when they do show this cruise, it's black people fighting, right? And I always ask myself, like, do these people know each other? Like, is this like, this can't be like some beef that they fighting over from the street. Like, did they just all happen to book a cruise at the same time? Like, the way they fighting, you would think that this has been some like ongoing beef that they just had to settle right here on the cruise. That's what it seemed like, right? Nah, these people don't even know each other half the time, but they fighting like, like crazy on the ship. What you think, Kanat? What's your take on it, man? Because listen, here's my thing, right? I'm with my people, right? I'm always gonna pull for my people. But when you're wrong, right? And I can't help but see our people half naked, drunk, fighting all over social media, just going crazy, right? So in this case, I don't mind the fact that they changing some of the rules. Myself, I've never been on a cruise. I plan to go on a cruise, and seeing that, I'm like, I'm not going on no Carnival cruise because I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that nonsense. I don't want to be grouped in with that. No way. So, I mean, I don't know. What you think? What you think, Kanat?
Well, I've been on a cruise before. It is I'm gonna tell you to go to what it's called, MSC. Try that. It was a brand new spanking cruise ship. It was probably like 3 years old. Everything state of the art. No fighting. Unlimited drinks. It was cool. My first time on a cruise, I love it. I got to get back out there.
That's what's up.
With Carnival, man, Carnival is only for Carnival. See, this is the thing. They shot themselves in the foot. They wanted to attract the younger black crowd, the
Yeah.
urban crowd, because nobody really wasn't going to Carnival but old white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they needed more revenue. So what's a good thing to lure young black people?
Right.
Music and drink.
Right.
If you can drink, they coming.
Yeah.
Money was so good till they just started letting anybody come. Now
Yeah.
you got people. I don't even know why you need to sneak liquor on the boat when you get an unlimited drink package. Like I heard that they dropped it down to like 12 drinks. You ain't gonna drink 12 drinks a day. Me and
Right.
my real probably drunk maybe 5 or
Yeah.
6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is with me, I got an idea how them fights start. It starts with the sisters.
Mm. Okay.
It starts
Okay.
with the sisters
All right.
because sisters have this jealousy and hate towards each other, righteous slow taught by the oppressor. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody want to be better than the next person. Them sisters want to be better than this. Oh, she thinks she done it because her hair did, or this and that, or she might look weak, so another sister think they can bully. The sisters get into it. The
Right.
men with the sisters have no choice but to get involved. Not everybody's brought.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt there's 2 brothers on a cruise ship full of women
That's a
have
good point.
have something to argue about and t-shirts and swim shorts.
That's a good point.
With all this meat walking around, like I'm really thinking about what you thinking about way across the deck.
Right. 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 Right.
Come on, nah, it ain't that. 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you, sisters got into it over something. Because when women get drunk, they can barely handle they look and they talk outrageous. They get belligerent. Like you can't control them sometimes. You can barely control them when they ain't drunk. Just think
Right.
about when liquor's involved.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I heard they stopped the wobble dance too. Ain't no more wobble. They ain't doing that
They get
because
tired of
they ain't doing it.
and the thing is, you got kids on them cruise ships too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, okay, y'all about to fight. My kids right here. Now I'm drawn into the argument
Yeah.
because y'all spilling the fight over into the kids section.
Right.
Or where my kids at. Now I got to bring my kids back and we just got to sit back and watch y'all at the food.
Right. Right.
And I seen that same video that you was talking about. They kicked them people off in Freeport.
Oh yeah, I seen, man.
On the dock, they kicked them out and they told them to grab their stuff, get y'all bags, get everything y'all got. Y'all being kicked. And that's the new thing now. That's what they doing. They saying wherever you show out at, the next dock, you getting kicked off there.
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
leaving.
find your own way back.
Dog, can you imagine that? Can you imagine you on a cruise and where was it? Where was that they got dropped off at?
In Freeport, in Bahamas.
In the Bahamas, right? Can you imagine you on a cruise and somebody even okay? Let's say even if you didn't start the fight, you get involved in the fight. This is why I say I don't want to go because you might not even be the Now I don't want to say the protagonist, but you only have to be the person that start the fight. Let's just say somebody you just happen to get involved, just third party. And now they didn't pull the cameras. They didn't seen that you out there and you just defending yourself, and they drop all y'all off in the Bahamas. Now you done paid your money to get on the ship, but now you got to find a way home from the Bahamas. Oh my God, bro, no. And you know what too? The crazy part about it is they may use that as a way to just drop niggas back off. Period. Get all these niggas on the boat, get them liquored up. Let them go over there, and when they fight, drop them off and see who make it back. Only the strong survive. That's
And
that's
that's the
like, you never
thing.
know.
And that's the thing. Like it's just so crazy. Like I'm like you said in the beginning, man. I'm just tired of seeing Carnival as a show associated with fighting. Every time you see a Carnival video, somebody fighting.
Yeah.
It's never you see them when they first leave and everybody turned up, everybody to the max. Next thing you know, you see them fighting.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it be so packed on there.
Yeah.
Like coronavirus ain't still going around.
Yeah, for real.
It'd be so packed. Like the cruise ship I went to, it wasn't that packed. It wasn't that packed. We had enough time people had enough space to not be so crowded. And you got to think, too. Like you said, you never been on one, so I have been
Right.
on one. them cruise ships be hot as hell on that deck.
I can imagine.
Like that shit is hot. It's like it ain't like you just out there with the breeze. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, cool. Sometimes you might get a gust of wind come through, but it's hot as hell on that cruise ship, man. I was, if it wasn't for my real time, come on, I was good with being inside the cabin where the AC was
Look at
going
all
on
these
on the balcony. Look at that.
bro. That is wall to wall Negroes.
Come on, man. And you know how Negroes get when we get hot and alcohol.
Oh my
That's
God.
too bad. That's like gasoline and fire.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Look at that, bro. You can't even walk. Excuse me, bro. Excuse me. Can I get through, please? Excuse me. Did somebody touch my butt? You touch my girl butt? Come on.
Yep. Yeah, I see. I couldn't do this. This remind me of downtown Orlando. You try to go into one of them clubs right there at Wall Street. It'd be like this in a smaller place. You can't even walk in there. Just shoulder to shoulder. Like, man.
You can't get no drink. You frustrated because people holding up the bar. 3 people trying to get drinks for 20 other people that's behind them. That's just, come on. It should be a limit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look, even the people at the top. Like, I'm steady looking at the floor, but look at the people at the top.
Look at that.
Even it's a lot. It's just too much, bro.
That's just too much.
That's too much. And the crazy part about it is they like I said, the real bad part is the kids is on there. You know what I'm saying? So the kids getting involved. I heard one situation where, you know, they had it on video where a guy picked up somebody's kid and threw him. Threw the kid. Yeah, just threw the kid. Like, in the midst of everybody fighting, he just picked up somebody's kid and just threw him. I'm like, man, now just imagine your kid walking around doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then just so happened somebody start fighting, and now they done picked up your child and threw him. Now you won't have no choice. You don't have no choice at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Lose my mind.
Crazy.
I'm already be thinking about it. Somebody fall off and jump. Like, when
man.
I was on that cruise, I was just like, man, if I jump off of it, well, not saying I wanted to jump, just saying, like, if somebody, I ain't gonna say me. If somebody jump off of that, it takes a minute for them to go tell somebody that a person is overboard. It ain't like you go overboard and everything just automatically stop. That thing is, it don't look like it's moving fast.
It's moving.
But it's moving.
Yeah.
And them waves, like the waves when you see behind it, like it's gonna take at least 30, 40 minutes for them to be able to just stop it and then start a search.
Man.
Like this one dude, I don't know if you've seen it. This guy, he jumped off the boat when his daughter jumped off. She fell or something, and he jumped off. You haven't seen that? The black guy daughter fell off the boat, and he jumped off to save him. So just not letting on late. Y'all fighting, somebody fall overboard.
Wow.
Just that, like, and the cruise ship I went on, they did not play they played more Hispanic music than they did rap. They probably played maybe one song, maybe one Drake song or something that wasn't gonna be too turnt, you know what I mean? But you know, and then and then I seen not to be long winded, I seen
you good
on that same cruise ship, which was kind of like, damn, that's wild. A chick arguing with the comedian.
Oh wow.
She's arguing, trying to fight the comedian. He's there to tell jokes. A comedian's there to tell jokes, to crack on people, to do whatever he do. She's trying to fight the comedian.
Oh man.
All together, they're gonna ban all black people from cruise ships.
Yeah. I ain't sure.
Now that they got Trump, they can do it. They ain't gotta let you on just because they're gonna ask you your identity when you get on, and they're gonna be like, oh, tickets sold, we booked.
Yeah. For sure. And all the stuff that they sneaking on there, like you said, if they already got an unlimited drink package, why are you sneaking, you know, liquor on there? You know what I'm saying? Is it not to, you know, is it not to pay for the unlimited drinks? Is that not included? Don't you gotta pay for the package separate from, you know?
Yeah, you can. It's optional. The unlimited drink is optional. But the
Okay.
reason why you want to get the unlimited drink, because when you paying out of pocket for it, you're gonna spend more than the drink package is worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they try to
Yeah.
sneak liquor on there, and so you ain't got to pay for the liquor.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me. Now, with that being said, you risk the chance of being caught with it. It used to be lenient without checking. No, they was putting liquor in the Coca-Cola 2 liters and all kind of stuff. Now they saying they're going to make you open that crap right in front of
Yeah.
them to smell it, to make sure that it's not liquor on there. Because I don't understand. Just pay for the drink package, free drinks.
Exactly.
Even if they said a 12 drink limit, a minimum each day, that's all I
That's
need.
more than enough. That's more than enough. That's way more than enough. And then here's the other thing too. People want to go viral so bad that the people that's sneaking it in, right? They can't just keep it to themselves. They making videos about ways you can sneak the liquor in. I'm talking about they putting it in mouthwash bottles, water bottles, all type of stuff. You don't think these people watching that?
Right.
You don't think these people watching that stuff? I mean, obviously they sneaking weed in, all type of stuff. Oh
Yeah,
man.
because I was like, I know good and goddamn well I don't smell no weed on this damn boat. And we
Yeah.
had to go through the dogs.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like your addiction is that strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about for the marijuana.
Right.
Like you risk being detained by these people.
Yeah.
Let's say if you somewhere else and they find weed on you. You gotta
Yeah.
stay there.
Yep.
They don't let
Yep.
you come back and just hold you hostage in some cabin somewhere, like some cabin
Yeah.
jail. And then when you get back to the States, you go, no, you gotta stay there.
Right. Right. And they check the rooms when you leave. So when everybody out there dancing and doing it, they bringing the dogs to smell the rooms. You
And they
feel what I'm
and
saying?
they clean in your room daily.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't turn down no not to clean your room. You can't turn it down. They'll clean that room right with you laying on the bed. Like this ain't like no hotel.
They ain't like the hotel. You can say, do not
Right.
disturb.
Yeah, no, because when we was in there, the dude came in there. It was like, hey man, he was like, yeah, I gotta, we gotta clean this joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we sat out there on the back when he did his one too. Cause I
Yeah.
had valuables in there, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't want
Right.
to I didn't really feel that comfortable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So once I watched them like once or twice, I was like, okay, it's all
Yeah.
right. I just, whatever thing I
Yeah.
got valuable, I just take it with
For sure. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, man, because it's painting this stereotype. And it's like these situations accentuate the stereotypes. When they say you can't take black people nowhere,
me.
black people when they get together, it's always going to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all black people; it's just a demographic of black people. But the issue, like what's being perpetuated on social media and what's going to go viral, is all the bad stuff. You can feed 100,000 homeless people, and you can post it and you will get 500 views. But if you post some niggas going crazy on that Carnival ship, it's gonna go viral instantly. Fighting, it's just what they want to see. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happens to be us. Now, I'm not saying that the other races don't get on there and do it, but I mean, let's just be honest. What we see and what get pushed on there is really it be us. You know what I'm saying?
When
Like,
black people, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, go
when
ahead.
black people do something, we do it big.
Yeah, even if it's
And
fighting.
even if it's fight, you're gonna show out. Because you
Yeah,
want people to say, oh, he hit that man with you seen that fight? Oh, they did this, they did that. Like, and
yeah,
this thing, like on this particular subject, it is our fault.
yeah.
It ain't nobody else's fault.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's our people's fault that our people are ignorant sometimes.
Yeah,
They do things just out of pure ignorance. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Instead of walking away and letting somebody just talk whatever they're gonna say, just walk away. Nobody can't argue with themselves.
Right.
As long as they ain't put their hands on you, just stay away. You know what? A cruise supposed to be you going there to have a good time. And
Yeah.
what situation you supposed to be going there to relieve stress from the world you left behind for a couple of days, you supposed to be nothing supposed to make you feel like I'm upset. I'm feeling some type of way.
Right. Right.
What can make you feel like that to where you risk being kicked off a boat?
Right.
Oh, she stepped on your feet. She said, "Come on, let's come over here where it's less crowded."
Right.
What? She was dancing and waste some drink on you? Okay, it's okay. Let's go over here.
Right.
They need, and that's the thing, the men that be with these chicks, them ain't real men.
Yeah.
Because a real man gonna be like, hey, babe, come here. Come over here. Nah, let Keisha them do their thing. They are Keisha them already ratchet. Me
Right.
and you here. Spend some time. Come over here. Or y'all need to come over here. They'll assess the situation,
Right.
see something happening. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
me and you, we already know. You can see a situation about to happen 15
Exactly.
minutes before it happened. You can
Right.
call it play by play. You know what I'm saying? You know the type of, you can just feel it in the air. Like you could like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Not to be crazy, but you can feel it. You can sense some, hey, bro, let's go over here. I'm tensions rising over there.
Right.
Over there
For
in
real.
this corner over here by the bar, tensions rising. Let's go over here. You got to be
Mhm.
able to know your surroundings. And these people, they just don't care. They turned up, they drunk, belligerent, loud,
Yeah.
obnoxious, no self-control, and just that's just it.
And can't handle their liquor.
Not at all.
Cannot handle your liquor. Oh my gosh. Ego with liquor is a bad combination. It's just a bad combination. And part of, because someone said something, I was watching the videos earlier, and they had made a good point, and they was like, at this point, who do we blame for this? And just like you said, like at this point, yeah, it is our fault. It's our fault because we're not holding our people accountable. They want to, because look at what's happening. You on a cruise ship, you drink until you out your mind, you get to fighting. It's continuously happening over and over and over again. These ain't the same people going on the same cruise. So this is a demographic of people that are migrating to cruise ships, understanding that, and people saying that Carnival is cheap. But when I looked it up, I mean, Carnival ain't that much cheaper than all the rest of them, right? But it's just a thing that everybody's kind of flocking to, mostly because of social media. Social media is showing people, not everybody want to go on cruises, right? You get the unlimited drink package. You then brought the weed on board, right? You then drunk out your mind, dancing, women half naked. Now you get the fighting. So instead of taking accountability, which is, instead of taking accountability, they get off the ship. And now that Carnival want to change their rules, because now you starting to affect their money. Now you starting to affect their money, because now the people that got money, they don't even want to go on there no more. Now it's going to be bad publicity, right? And instead of just taking accountability, what we do, people get on social media and start saying that Carnival is racist towards black people. How? Y'all been rocking and rolling on that ship with no issues until y'all start acting a damn fool. So how is they racist? How we can't pull the race card right here? Now we need accountability. Now we need to find out what the problem is. Now we need to find out what's going on, because nobody is making y'all do this. Y'all doing this to yourself, right?
Right. Yeah, and
Now
that's
what?
the thing. Yeah, just like you said, like what you're saying in heaven, because you got to take accountability for what you did. Now, when you kicked off and you on that dock and you dragging that suitcase with all your belongings, you got a different outlook now. Now you got some sense. Now everything that came, now reality came and hit you across the head. Now you worried. Now you
Right.
worried about how you finna get home. Now you
Right.
worried about like what's going on. And let me tell you, Freeport, Bahamas, Nassau, it ain't no Disney World.
Oh man.
Right
Yeah, I
there
can
at the
imagine.
port, right there at the port from there is rough.
Mm,
Know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and you can get robbed.
I'm sure.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So now you got to drag your suitcases through that place, and you just an easy target. You was an
And now,
easy target,
and the people you was fighting, now you got forced brotherhood, because now y'all got to stick
right?
together.
We got to band together. We got to band together.
Now we got to band
You know what
together.
I'm
We were
saying?
just trying to kill each other. Now
Right.
we in a place scared. Don't know what. Ain't nobody got no money. Can't nobody come get you. Oh man,
Yeah,
horrible.
you gotta bet nines now, and if it ain't, it's every man for themselves.
Yeah.
People trying to work out what they can work out to get. Even the people that came together on the cruise.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even if they
Yeah.
came together on the cruise, everybody trying to work out their own situation to get home.
Yep. Yep.
Instead
Yep.
of somebody in that circle having sense enough to say, "Come on, y'all, let's just come over here.
Yep.
Let's just go over here."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
everybody want to go to Carnival because what they show on social media.
Yeah.
Turning up, everybody turning up. We having a good time. They turning up. So
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to flock to that, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I ain't want to go on Carnival. I was like, no, I'm not going on that one.
Yeah. I said that
I,
same thing.
I was like, hell no, babe. I ain't going on that shit. Like, you see what's going on? Like, hell
Yeah,
no.
man. Nah,
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
good.
And nah, just mad, disrespectful.
Mhm.
Everybody just lose their mind when they get on out there in that water. And Carnival is a business. They
Yeah.
got to compete with other cruise lines.
Right.
So
Right.
whatever was making them get a bad name and drop to the lower level, they single it out. Like, what's giving us a bad rep? Black
Yep.
people.
Yep.
Ain't like
Yeah.
somebody on there racist calling you the N-word.
Right.
Or it's like it's a mixed crowd, like the whites over here and the blacks over here, and it's always just racial tension on the Carnival cruise. It's black on black. People doing
Yeah.
things to each other.
Yeah. For sure.
And just like you said, for people, just like you said, people they're giving the other people the reason to sit back. Man, I see, I told you.
Yep.
Like you said, can't take black people nowhere.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah. And that's and it's the again proving all the stereotypes. It's a trickle effect. It's like dominoes, right? One knock over the other. So imagine the stream, the social media, people seeing that, and then when they encounter black people on a regular basis, they think we all like that.
mm-hmm.
That's even how people when they come from other countries. Before, when a lot of times when people come from other countries, and I learned this because I met a woman that was from Brazil, I believe, right? I can't remember exactly where, but I think it was like Brazil. Before she got here and actually encountered a black person, right? It was she saw movies. She got a hold to movies. So they over there watching Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. You know what I'm saying? Don't Be a Menace. You know what I'm saying? They watching all these movies. So now when they come over here and they encounter us, they think that's how we are. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing is happening with social media. If all of the worst parts of us are being perpetuated, when regular people go off into society, we still got to carry that stigma as black people. We still got to carry that. If you go and all the YNs robbing people with all black on, robbing people with braids, now just me rocking all black and wearing some braids, everybody looking at me thinking I'm one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to make me change how I look because the bad part of us is making it bad for the rest of us. So now we get out of here and then these people scared of us and saying, thinking they can test us and all these other type of things because of what they saying on social media. And they got to take accountability for this, and black people got to stand up. Black people who know better got to stand up and call our people out. And a lot of times we don't want to do that for fear of, I don't know what the fear is. I don't have no issue with that. Listen, I'm going to tell you where the origin of racism comes from. I'm going to tell you who your enemy is. But after I get through with that, now it's time to deal with what's going on in-house. This is an in-house situation. Yes, I could tell you the systemic way that slavery impacted us, right? And this domino knocked over this domino, and that's why you in this spot. But one thing the general always say, General Muhammad say this, he be like, when he talk about trauma and he talk about people who hold on to things from when they was like 3 and 4 years old. Yes, that happened to you when you was 4, 5, 6 years old. But now you older. And now it's time for you to get over it. Now it's time for you to move forward. Yeah, you're going to remember it, but you got to move forward. You can't stay there. So even for black people, we can't get on these cruise ships and get in these spaces and act a fool and then try to go back and say, well, this is why we doing it. No, now it's time to start taking accountability. We know who the devil is. We know what he's doing. We know his ways. But now it's time for us in-house to start dealing with our people. We got to start telling them like, yeah, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong for that. And our people wrong for getting off there talking about Carnival is racist. Stop it, man. They not. And if they are, I hadn't seen anything. Again, only thing I've seen is our people on there fighting. I ain't seen not one a white person in sight. You know what I'm saying? We pulled up that video. I didn't see not one white person in sight. Not Asian, none of that. I seen us and our kids on there fighting and halfway killing each other, man. It's ridiculous.
Right. And just, Lord forbid, if somebody end up dying on it, they're gonna be looking for Carnival I'm gonna sue Carnival.
Yes.
Are you gonna sue Carnival for what y'all was doing? Now, right. I'm not taking up for the company as a whole. I'm just, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Right.
You gotta take kind of accountability. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought y'all said not enough role models. Right. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you gotta have somebody in the clique with good sense.
Right.
And y'all call him the dull brother or the laid back brother or the scared brother, but he be the one to talk sense in it when you ain't trying to listen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame somebody for trying to distance themselves when y'all acting crazy.
For real.
And then y'all gang up on that person because they don't want to be a part of the foolishness y'all a part of that y'all got going on.
Facts.
Like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't going out there with no click of single young people. Even as old people, when they get out, they ain't all just young.
Right.
They ain't all just young. They ain't all just in their teens, early, like late teens and early 20s and stuff. You got people out there that's 35, 40 years old out there fighting.
Right.
And shaking in the perk.
I don't even want to. I gotta show this. Keep going. I gotta show this though. I'm gonna show a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably because somebody spilled some drink on them. And with that shot that you showed, it was on the deck.
Yeah.
If everybody out there with some drink in their hand, how you think that liquor's gonna get spilled on you?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Look at this. Just all in the
look.
Man.
Look.
That's crazy. Just no shame. Just no shame at all. Right. And then, like you said earlier, one of the main things that'll happen is that the women to get on there and they will, and you said something that was heavy though, when you said that they not those men that be on there letting their women do this, they not real men because they putting they women and putting themselves in danger, all for the sake of not wanting to check her, not wanting to tell her no, not wanting to see her upset. All of that, and then that stuff that it costs you your life, costs you getting banned from the cruise, possibly getting left in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, all because you don't want to check that spirit. You don't want to check that attitude that she got. You don't want to check and tell her no. Tell her to put some clothes on. Like, she should not be. And it's kids there. It's kids in the room, and she's sitting there just like ass out, drunk out of her mind.
Well, somebody could say she bad.
Right. And then you know what happens? Then on top of that, she do that. And then so a lot of men gonna look at that and say she can't be with nobody. She can't be here with nobody acting like that. He go press her. She feels some type of way about it. Now the dude that she is with, now y'all fighting. It's a domino effect. And then all she gonna do is sit back. Y'all fighting, and then she might jump in, but again, y'all all in the wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right. Man. Hey, the women are becoming the men out here. Like when we went to yesterday, we went to the Mai Tai joint after we had a class at the library. Grab a broom. We grab us a brew out of there. So as we walk in there, it's lit.
Yeah.
Soon as we walk in there, it's lit. The girls in there twerking. They rapping to the top of their voice. You know how brothers used to be in there, and when you
Yeah.
go to the spot, and brothers had the sections, and brothers got the bottles, and the
Yeah.
brothers rapping every joint, such and such, inviting women to the session. It's total opposite.
Yeah.
The women in there turned up. The women got the bottles. The women got the sections. They in full control of the whole environment inside that place.
Yeah.
And brothers just standing around, looking like women. How the women used to be. Not saying like, you know what I'm saying? But they just looking like how, the
Yeah.
women in their drunk turn and the brothers just in this looking.
Yeah.
I say, damn, boy, this shit is upside down, boy.
Yeah. It's definitely made a turn. It's definitely took a turn. And you know, it's not gonna do anything but get worse because ain't nobody checking it. You know what I'm saying? Like these situations are spilling over and becoming not just becoming viral. The part that people don't be paying attention to is this. We look at it, we see it, okay, it went viral, but we got to remember that it's teenagers that have access to social media. They seeing all of this. I don't care what kind of kid block you putting on there. At some point, the children get access to this and they don't understand to a certain degree, they don't understand that this is wrong. They feel like this is what you're supposed to do. This is what they're starting to aspire to do. Man, I can't wait till I get 18 so I can go on Carnival. I can't wait till I go so I can go to the club. You know what I'm saying? And in each generation, this happens because when we were younger, it was, I want to do this and do that, but it was still the example that was being set, right? I feel for people who got children in this era, including myself, because it's an extreme job to try to shield them from this nonsense. And when I say shield them, they're going to see it, but without proper context, without shaming this behavior to your children and just letting them freely consume this type of content, it gets in their spirit. It becomes their vibe, the music they listen to. And that's why Carnival even said, like, okay, yeah, we don't want to play no hip-hop music. And I ain't even mad at that. You know why I ain't mad at that? Because I understand the power of music as a person who do music. I understand the power of it. You get liquor in you, and you hearing that song, and for some reason now that music will activate you. People might not remember back in the day when when they was playing Lil Jon in the club. Soon as you hear that, get up out of there because they about to start elbowing niggas. Somebody's about to fight. The song say throwing elbows, and niggas felt like they got to start throwing elbows. I'm like, it's just a song, you know what I'm saying? But niggas was in there doing it, and it's
That's the
some
in
niggas.
crowd.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is doing it. So you done elbowed the wrong nigga and now he didn't pull out a gun. Guess what? It's time for everybody to go home now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the music has a very big influence, especially on our people. We don't give enough we don't talk about how influential and how powerful our music is to us as a people. Our music
Right.
is and the artists themselves will say, it's just entertainment. But for some reason, Black, Hispanics, and Natives, we take entertainment very seriously. Very seriously. I
Mhm.
mean, that's why the drill scene is the way it is, right?
Right.
They rapping about the stuff that they do, but it also encourages the next generation to do the same thing. Because if he on the track saying he did this and killed this person, then you can go to X or Twitter or whatever they call it now and see the messages and see that it's real. Then you go to YouTube and you see the video with the money and the girls in the cars. Why wouldn't they follow that? Because that's what they're trying to get to. And you just showed them that the way for them to get that is to kill this brother, shoot this brother, make an example out of them, wear this, do that. And of course, that's what they're gonna do. How are these women learning to dress like this? How they all look the same? Where they getting it from? How they all got the same? Like if you line up, if you go on this cruise ship and take 20 women, they probably you put them side by side. They all got the same makeup, and I don't mean like just the face. I mean just how they are, right? They getting it from somewhere. Social media, it's our music, it's our entertainment. It's like gospel to us.
Right.
Straight up.
And like you say, like it's just a behavior pattern that everybody mimics.
Yeah.
Like the younger squad want the shortcut to success.
Yeah.
They don't want to grind for it and work hard for it like our generation did. Our generation, we had the old school was telling you how to work hard to get what you want.
Yeah.
You was a sucker, you tried to get it any other way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even though you had to stick up kids and all of them, that was a whole nother that's a whole nother section.
Right.
But the real man was the hustler. If you
Yeah.
had some hustle in you and you can get that bread, you had a little bit more respect than a robber. Nobody
Right.
respected the robber because they know he was without that gun and he was damn near he was a coward.
Facts. Facts.
Everybody respected a person that could hustle and get it off the muscle, you know what I'm saying? And could
Right.
squabble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He had to fight all the time. But if he got in the fight, he'll fight. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
his main character was a hustle. Nowadays, these kids ain't got no hustle in them. They
Nah.
want to get there quick, get rich quick. And
Yeah.
like you said, the way to get rich quick is shooting this person and beefing with this person. And then what they don't understand, the ignorance of their youth is they're showing the world
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Right.
Nobody showed you only heard specs and whisper that, hey, JJ killed somebody back in the day.
Right.
JJ didn't go and put that on. You know what I'm saying? Only the
Right.
hood knew that he killed
Yeah.
Tyrone back in the day. You know what I'm
It was an
saying?
urban legend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was just that.
Yeah.
Now to make it feel so real for them to be real, they got to show you that they did it. And a lot of people ended up dead or in jail because
Yeah.
of social media.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely social media, while it can be used for good, it's definitely bringing awareness to a spirit, a vibe from a certain, from our people, the worst kind, the worst vibe, the worst vibration we can have, you know what I'm saying? And it's displaying it to the world. One other thing that's kind of like a um thing about social media is that that's why we got so many people in other races and nationalities that mimic us, because now our spirit is being put on display. The way we do certain things, right? The way we talk, the way we cook. It's like giving up the secrets. It's like giving up the secret about how Black people move. It used to be a secret. You had to be in the community to know. You used to have like maybe that one white person that grew up in the hood with you, and they spirit is like a Black person, but they white because they grew up around Black people. But now white people could just turn on TikTok and learn the dances. You teaching them all the line dances, teaching them all the lingo. You just giving your spirit away, like what makes you who you are. And that's why we have so many copycats, because now social media has made it accessible to everybody. You used to could only be a nigga if you was raised around niggas. Now you could be in Germany and just pick up your phone and start talking like a nigga. You could just learn it. It's like a free course. Like if you want to learn to be a nigga, go on social media, go to the Black platforms, go to TikTok, go and learn. You'll learn all the dances, all the lingo, how to talk like us, how to do all that stuff, dress, dance, all of that. It's like we give it away. We just give our spirit away. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I hate that. That's the part that I do hate about social media.
Right. And like the sister said, uh, we don't have respect to respect our parents. We don't have enough respect to respect our upbringing.
Yep.
Like everybody want brought up rough and rugged. And even if you was brought up rough and rugged, you had somebody that would still check your behind.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? People in the community care. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like they care. Oh, I'm gonna tell Miss Mary you out here acting a fool. You
Yep.
straighten up real quick. Take
Right.
off running. Whatever you was doing, you cut it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell your mama. You know your mama didn't bring you up like that because you had enough respect for to not make your mama look crazy.
Yeah.
And she would tell you that. Now, these people on these cruise ships don't give a damn about how they look at the time to other people how they making their parents look.
Right.
Because all nowadays parents are good for, like, is babysitting your damn kids when you want to go out.
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying? When you want to go do
Right.
something, that's the only time you show your mama them respect because you want them to watch your kids.
Yeah.
You talk to them in a kind of way. You do whatever you want. You dress up. You go out, and like they got to say, "Yeah, that's my daughter."
Right.
To the point to where they're giving you a choice. Either you
Right.
straighten up, or I ain't gonna be there.
Right.
And what that cause? That cause a division between mother and daughter, father and son,
Yep.
uncle and nephew, auntie and niece, to
Yeah.
where is no connection with the older folks no more.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? Because they gotta distance themselves from your behavior, and you want to distance yourself because they're trying to tell you something was right. You
Right.
18 with 2 kids,
Yep.
21 with 4 baby daddies and 3
Right.
babies.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to listen to nothing. They don't want to listen to authority no more. Authority has no room in the black community nowadays.
Yeah. For sure.
It's lawless. It's Tombstone. It's the Wild Wild West back in 1770 something, whatever it is,
Right. Right. Right.
in every black neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good point. That's good that you said that because that kind of spills over into the next topic. But who would we say is to blame for this behavior? Right?
Mm.
Men or women? The single parent household. Who will we say is to blame for this? Because these people have parents. These people, these young people have parents. What were they taught? Were they not strict enough? Is this just like this one-off generation where, you know, they was raised the right way, but then they got off into the world and the world was just so appealing that they just went the total opposite way? Like, why are they acting this way? Like, who would you say we place the blame on in our circle? Like, who we say we place the blame on?
I'd say, man, it's a little bit of everything you said. And the reason why I say that, because you have some fathers that wanted to be there. The mothers didn't want them there. The government lied to them and told them that you could do better without this brother. They
Yeah.
kicked the brother out. Now they struggle. Now they blaming the father for them kicking the father out, for them struggling. Then you got the sister that picked the wrong brother. He don't want to be there no more. You're
Right.
pregnant, you got a kid, I'm out. Now
Yep.
you a single mother. Then you got the child that was raised by both parents, tried to shelter them from the hood life, give them everything they needed, but being a criminal or being a thug or being a street Negro was appealing to them till they went total left.
Right.
They went left. Too far gone to step back. Like, once you put your feet in them streets, man, it's hard to take them back.
Yeah.
Saying it's hard to take your foot out of the streets once you done been in the streets. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And for those that make it out, is like, it's you don't glorify the time that you was in it
Right.
because you're lucky to make it out. You
Facts.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're lucky to make it out without prison time or in the graveyard. That was one of the 2 ways that you was getting out of the streets. Everybody knew that.
Right.
So for a brother to make it out of there, he wasn't really glorifying them hard times in there. If
Right.
he was real about the situation. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
of them try to do it to make it seem like, oh yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that. Like, be for real.
Right.
You ain't glorifying that crap, man. You was doing what you had to do. So when you say who's to blame, I think the oppressor is to blame. Well, I know he's to blame. But then you got to put some blame on some of these sisters, and you got to put the blame on some of these brothers.
Facts.
So I think they share the blame. Now, for the person that grew up with both parents and they went left, he to blame.
Right.
Because you can turn a 2-parent household into a single parent household. Because guess what? The behavior that you're doing gonna cause a rift between the 2 parents. Because
Right.
one parent's gonna always bail you out, And the other parent gonna get tired of you bailing him out and saying that he gotta learn or she gotta learn. And that's gonna cause them to split up. Now
Facts.
the father can't take it no more because you always there for her when she just keep having all these damn kids.
Right.
Or he keep going to jail. And you keep using our money to support them. I'm
Right.
telling you to cut them off. You don't cut them off, I'm out. Now he
Right.
out. Or the mother out. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree that they all take a blame, in all those different. I like how you broke it up in the different scenarios. I also would say that I believe it's a parenting technique that is passed down from generation to generation. And I can't pinpoint where it started from. I think I know. But one thing, and I don't like to use this analogy, but it's the best analogy I could think of right now, right? If you ever had an animal, right? Let's just say it's a dog, right? Now, people that understand about having animals, you have to train animals, right? So just think about the analogy I'm saying, but we're gonna put people in this. If you ever had a dog and you never trained that dog, you always had him in the house and you never trained him and you never, made him sit, you never, made him eat at a certain time, you never made him stick to his dog food, you never did those things. And then when you finally said, okay, I'm gonna let the dog out, when you open up the door, if anybody ever had a dog like that, that dog will go straight out that door and just run. Just run. Wow. You calling his name, he ain't coming back. He in the street, he about to get hit, all type of things. He biting people, using the bathroom all over the place. Just no training. And then when that happens, you get mad at the dog for doing what he did, but you ain't never took him outside. You ain't never walked him. You ain't never showed him what was, what it was. So of course it's a new environment. So why wouldn't he act a fool? Translate that to people, right? Our people sometimes, I feel like the parenting is like this. They want to shield their children from a lot of things, right? And there's a time period where you should basically there's a time period where you should tell your children about certain things. In the Christian church, one thing they don't talk about is sex. They don't talk about sex. They don't instruct their parents. They don't instruct the parents in the church what's the best time to talk to your children about sex. You know where we learn sex from? In school. And now I ain't talking about health class. I'm talking about from people talking. I'm talking about from when they having card parties and we finding porno tapes and porno magazines when you passed out drunk somewhere and we searching through your stuff. That's how kids found out. When I was young, that's how we found out about all of that stuff. Instead of telling your children at the proper age and instructing them and not trying to shield them so much to where they can't see it, to when they get 18, because here's the thing. You shield them all the way to they 18. Don't tell them nothing. Don't explain anything. Don't explain how bad the world is out there. You give them this fake dream that they're going to be able to be whatever the hell they want to be. You give them this fake dream that the world is their oyster. You give them all that. Then you send them out there at 18 and then they learn the hard way. Now they out there making mistakes because you never taught them nothing. So now you can't get a hold of little Tyrone because guess what? You never took Tyrone nowhere. You never told him that, oh, when you see this on TV, this is wrong. This is bad. You know what you did? You just turned the TV off. But guess who ain't going to turn the TV off? His friend. His friend ain't going to turn it. His friend got access to that. You could turn it off all you want to. But because you tired, now you're going to send your kid over there. That's where we learning it at. We learning it at our friend's house. So I think the parenting process it's a fear of, if you tell your children about something wrong, that's going to make them want to go to it. But I think it's the total opposite. You train your children at a young age when they get to the proper age to learn about sex, to learn about money, to learn about credit, to learn how to have a bank account. You teach them at a certain time so that when they get out in the world, nobody can confuse them. In our community, we don't do that. We let the streets teach them how they're supposed to do it, and they learn the wrong way every single time. Every time.
Facts. That's big facts too. Like what you said, that is heavy because, like, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't learned nothing. Like one thing I did learn that was bad from school was drugs. I didn't know nothing about drugs to the DARE program.
Right. Exactly. Me too. Me too. Me
Like,
too.
like they introduced weed and what it do, the type of effects and all the other stuff. Like they introduced me to drugs.
Right.
I didn't know that them cigarettes that my older cousin used to smoke was marijuana joints. Just
Right.
know they was when she come over and smoke them cigarettes, they stink. They don't smell like the other
Exactly.
one. Like,
Right.
like
But
they
then
didn't
when you
smell
ask
like
the question, like, what's that? They like, go sit your ass down.
right. You know
That's all
what
you
I'm
do.
saying?
That's all you go sit down. I'll learn
Right,
later.
right. You know what I'm saying? Until the DARE program let me know that was marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Me in fifth
And that
grade.
it's illegal. It's
Right.
illegal.
You know what I'm saying? All about STDs and everything. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, and like our Stop Shop said, we failed by learning oppressors' culture. No one ever taught us our culture.
Right.
Our culture was rap music, sports, uh, gang violence, uh, uh, what else? Booty popping or whatever the case. Like whatever you did in your community, that was the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Sure.
was the culture.
For sure.
And some people never escaped that. Some people never had parents that can teach them right from wrong because why? They was working
Yeah.
12-hour shifts.
Yep.
I remember my mom working all the time and she would come home by 5:30. So from the time we wake up in the morning, because she be gone by 4:35,
Mm-hmm.
to the time we got out of school till she got home, we was by ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
along with 12 other families.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she didn't have time to teach us this and that, this and that. The only thing she was really concerned about was not getting a phone call from the school.
Right. And don't
Saying
open my
you
front door. Don't let
right,
nobody in my house.
right. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't the apartment complex or the school calling, she wasn't too concerned. As long as you show home, as long as you came home every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like you said, we raised ourselves. Now, when 5 o'clock comes, we coming home, we cleaning up because in about 30, 40 minutes, mom will be home. And we made like everything is together.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't got time to make sure because she tired.
Right. Right.
That's
Yeah.
the oppression of the black community.
Right.
That's the gap in the learning process of the do's and don'ts. How you learn how to not to do something? By watching somebody else fail.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How you learn for a girl, how you learn not to have unprotected sex? By watching Keisha get pregnant at 17,
Yep.
16.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the wrong way for us to learn about life. Period.
Yeah. That definitely was the wrong way for us to learn. And so now we was learning that and we saw it. And you got people who learn from watching, you know what I'm saying? Just how the scriptures talk about how, under the sun, I seen, life and death. You know what I'm saying? Like is the judgment is under the sun. So we supposed to see the judgment of others and see what they went through and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be honest, in my life, I live my life mostly like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to go through it. I don't have to touch the stove
Mm-hmm.
to find out it's hot. Because I saw when you got burned, how you reacted. I don't want that. But most of our
Right.
people, we gotta find out by ourselves. And that's the other caveat to that. Like, you can have some instances where you telling your children and enforcing it, and they still want to go out and see themselves. They still have to, learn. But there's a time in the parenting process where you have to be, it becomes sergeant and cadet. And there's a time period where you have to be that way. And the gentle parenting thing they talk about and all that, people don't want to hurt their children's feelings and do all these things. You should want to make sure that when your son, daughter go out into the world, there are no surprises. You should not let your children go out into the world. Don't lie to your children. And we lie to our children, not us. But we lie to our children in the black community because somebody lied to us. Somebody lied to us. And when we asked questions about why we got lied to, we was told to shut up. We was told to just accept it. We was
Mhm.
told don't ask no questions. So now you're getting that at home. Then you take your ass to church and you got questions there. Your natural man is saying what this man's saying don't make no sense. So now you ask questions and they telling you it's just some things that you just not gonna understand. God ain't gonna show you everything. God don't reveal everything. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the nonsense that you get. So now you got to go out there and dip your hand and taste everything. Taste everything. Taste it. What's this about? Let me go hang with these people. And then it just becomes, like I said before, a domino effect. And we all learn the wrong things. And then we link up somewhere in the middle. You know, we link up at the club. All these Negroes that got lied to and essayed and all the bad stuff that happened. Now we old enough to drink and drive. Not at the same time. Some people do, but I'm saying we old enough to drink and move around. So now we coming in contact with niggas that was lied to, just like we was lied to. We coming in contact with people who was not told the truth, and now we learning together, but learning the wrong way, right? So it just continues to go. It just continues to grow and just go on and on and on. So if people, the only way, like some of these grown people, these older people, for some of them it's too late. And what I mean is you can try to teach them, and at this point they grown, you can't force them. But the only way we can stop that dynamic is when we bring children into the world, we bring them up learning the truth. We bring them up. We had to start. That's the only way to phase out the generation, by teaching them the right way, by teaching them what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. But doing it not in the way of, I ain't talking about nothing sensitive like don't put your elbows on the table. I ain't talking about that type of nonsense. I'm talking about the real deal Holyfield that's happening out in the world. At some point in time, listen, let me tell you what my mom did to me. When my mom saw me going off the rail, you know what my mama did? This is crazy. My mother sent me to Scared Straight. Yes. The show that you see on TV, where they go to the jail, they go to the morgue. My mama sent my black ass to Scared Straight. I was 13 years old. 13. My mama came and got me out of school. I'm chilling. My mama don't never come get me out of school. I'm thinking like, oh, we about to go do something. She like, yeah, we gonna, I got a place I need, we gonna go. So she come get me out of school. It's a half day. I'm laughing at my, classmates. I'm all happy. Go to McDonald's, get some food. Guess what? We pulled up at the damn precinct. I'm like, what we doing here? I'm thinking she got some business. She like, nah, come on, bring your ass in here. I go in there, boy, it changed my life. I went in there and seen them dudes in the jail. It was a prison, bro. And these guys was maybe like 3 feet away from us. And I mean, they was lighting us up. I mean, they was roasting us. I'm talking about we kids. Nah, we kids. They roasting what we got on. And then, at some point they trying to tell us like, hey, you don't want to come here because this was going to happen to you, bop, bop, bop. Then the thing that stuck in my head, and I never forgot this, they took us to a morgue. It was me and probably 10 other children, 10 other kids, same age, middle school, boys and girls, took us to a morgue and showed us all the dead bodies of children our age. And that, I never forgot that. When I went back to school, let me tell you, I was a changed man because I had never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was changed because before that, the gang squad was up there talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I was getting into fights with people outside the school while I'm at school. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff like that. My mama nipped that in the bud by shocking me. That was a shock. It was like the shock value of that was priceless. They probably don't even do that no more. It became like a thing people just laugh at on TV, but that's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just think at some point in time, the relationship between parents, men and women, and their children, it has to become sergeant and cadets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to rule over your children. Just like the scripture talk about these women. When they're young, it said you bend their neck early. What is it talking about? You make them obey early, because if you don't make that woman, that little girl, obey now, when she get older, she's going to be unruly. And she has the power to bring life into the world. So whatever you don't bend in her, whatever you don't break in her, she's going to pass it on to them children. Simple as that. Them people acting a fool on them cruise ships, I guarantee you most of them are probably come from single parent homes. And that's not to diss my people. That's just a reality. And if they don't, a lot of times you could have two parents in the home and the home still be dysfunctional. 2-parent homes is not equal to success. It's the quality of the people. It's the way that they perceive life. It's their relationship with the Most High. All those things come into effect when we talk about quality people, right? We got to do better. And we got to check our people. Our people need to be checked. Yeah. What we do, especially here in the school, we go out there and we illuminate. And that's what I love about it, because we don't, it's no holds barred. We tell Black people, Hispanics, and natives what they doing wrong too. We got to get on these social media sites and let them know, like, hey, y'all messing up. Y'all doing this wrong. Like, yeah, y'all wrong. Somebody, they need to be checked. That's just really what it is.
Right. And you know one thing else the Black and Hispanic and Native American community missing? Family.
Yeah.
That's what they missing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you remember how the community, like the houses, they used to, like, a house that had both people inside, they would have dinner at the same time. Everybody would sit down and everybody would talk about,
Yeah.
they would talk about their day.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a single parent household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the father's gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or the mother's too tired and she's working.
Yeah.
Little things like that is what our community is missing. And
Yeah.
it brings a bond between the family. Know what I'm saying?
It does.
And
And it
now
lets
the
you know what's
bond is
going
there.
on.
Right. The bond ain't there no more.
Yeah, for real. And it let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When you can sit down and talk to your children, when you can sit down and be like, hey, so what did you do in school today? What did you hear today? And then they tell you, like, yeah, so and so said this and so said this. Now you can correct those things. And we definitely need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely need that. We have to fight against all of the stuff that we've been through as a people. And not only do we have to fight against that, but we have to fight against what develops from that. Because while we can talk about what happened to us, it's still happening today in different areas. But also, too, our people have to be checked. They have to be stopped. Somebody has to say, no, you can't do that. And it's gonna start in the home. That's where it all starts from. All these people that's on these cruise ships, all these people that's in society, these people killing each other, doing all these things. These people come from households. So it's going to start in the home. That's where it's going to start at. And if we can start there and start giving them the real, telling them the truth, showing them what it is that they need to do, then that's where we got to start from. So I agree with you. I think that we both take the blame. And I think we all basically have to do better. And the men have to step up and take the lead. You have to take the lead no matter what. You have to it's like being on a imagine just being in a car, right? Or being on a bus and there's people on this bus. And then the bus driver just get up and just jump off and the bus still moving. Somebody got to go grab the wheel. We ain't just finna just coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't just finna just coast into nothing. Somebody got to be brave enough to get up and go grab the wheel and steer us in the right direction. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Our Black men, we need to do that. Blacks, Hispanics, Natives, you have to get a hold of these households. You have to get a hold of your family now. Speak to the people outside your family, but you got to get a hold of your family because you are responsible for a whole new generation. And if that generation that you bringing into the world come out like that, it will be your fault. You are responsible. That's part of having families and having children, is the responsibility of making sure that you instill in them great principles. The principles are the Most High, right? Train up a child in the way that it should go, and when he's old, he will not depart. Yeah, they're going to go through their ups and downs. They're going to go through their bumps, but the foundation should be laid in the home, right? That's facts. That's facts.
Definitely. That's what the commandments and the laws are for.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? For us, the men, broken houses and broken homes and broken families. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And the more and more you see society trying to keep separation, you know what I'm saying? You got to put the pedal to the metal.
For real. For real.
Step on the gas a little harder.
For real. For real. So yeah. So I would say for me, just to wrap it up, I'm not going on Carnival. I don't want to go. I don't want to do Carnival. I was actually looking about doing a cruise. I want to do Virgin. I want to do Virgin Cruise. It's all adults, right? I want to do that. I'm gonna check out the one you said too. I'm gonna look it up because I'm thinking about maybe next year doing a cruise. I mean, I want the experience. I never did it, but I know for a fact, like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be on the Carnival cruise. I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be numbered with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. So
yeah, you ain't gonna enjoy that. You definitely not gonna enjoy Carnival. Like MSC, for my first time going, I liked everything about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the ship to the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, criteria they had, to everything they had to do.
Yeah.
It was a good for a first experience. Now, if I would have went on Carnival for a first experience, ain't no way in hell you would have got me on another boat. Like, it's like, hey, you know, a cruise? What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not ever going on there because, like, nah, man.
See, this is one of them situations. We don't have to be there to see it. We watching enough. We see it enough on social media to be like, nah. And see, that's what Carnival is saying. It's a lot of people that's like that, that's seeing that and like, nah, we're not going on. We're not spending our money with Carnival if that's what it's gonna be like. Because these videos is going viral now. You know what I'm saying? So people are seeing this, and this social media has the power now to influence business like never before. You get a bad rating, somebody make a video about your service, and people catch on to it and get to sharing that, man, wipe your whole business out off of one click. Somebody just hit record and said, don't do this, and 1 million people seen it. So that's 1 million people like, nah, we're not going that way. You know what I mean? So
I think that's what's happening. That's why they putting all these bans. Like, everything they banning, you can see in the videos.
Yeah.
The liquor, the rap music, the fighting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The hoochie, the ratchet dancing. Like, they're not gonna dance ratchet to R&B. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Maybe, depending on what you're playing. You know what I'm saying? But if you playing Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I know I'm saying, something like that, that Gerald Levert or something like that, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. But if you go to playing Sexy Red and Boss Man D-Lo,
oh yeah, it's a rap.
People gotta show how hood they is.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Stay away from Carnival. Try MSC, and you know what I'm saying. Let me know what you come up with.
I got you. All right, so that's it. Another episode, War as Usual. Wise Man Mad, 500 Canuck, man. We just, came on here to let y'all know what's going on, man. Make sure y'all check out the channel. Make sure y'all follow us on Facebook, TikTok page, War as Usual, YouTube, War as Usual. Like, share, subscribe, comment, man. Rinse and repeat. Make sure y'all do it, man. We out of here.
Yeah. You ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war?